Hi everyone, today we'll discuss about wall timing diagram. This helps to ensure correct opening and closing of inlet and exhaust wall, and that will help to improve power and efficiency, and also this will help to reduce the fuel consumption. Nowadays many advanced concepts are used. There is one concept called as VVT, variable wall timing. So according to the vehicle loading conditions or the weight or the load vehicle need to carry, we need to increase the supply of the fuel, or the more fuel need to be burned, and this is achieved with the help of correct opening and closing of inlet and exhaust wall. We may advance or retard the movements of this inlet and exhaust wall so that more fuel will be inducted in the combustion chamber and that will be burned according to the vehicle loading conditions. So now we will be talking about this Wall's timing diagram for 4-stroke petrol engine and 4-stroke diesel engine. So as we have already discussed about, the Wall timing diagram ensures correct opening and closing of inlet and exhaust valves, which helps to improve power efficiency and reduces fuel consumption. So this is the theoretical Wall timing diagram. Basically we consider the valves opens at this position, closes at this position, or even exhaust valve opening and closing according to this theoretical cycle. So prior to moving towards it, you have to get familiar with these parameters. IVO means inlet valve open, IVC inlet valve closes, EVC exhaust valve open, exhaust valve close, IS ignition start or sparking is taken place, and FI is fuel injection. So see, you have to just observe these movements. So we can say the engine is started at this point, right? Means when the piston is at TDC, consider the piston is at this position. This is a TDC position, right? So when the piston will move from TDC to BDC, as you can see here, suction will be taken place, means the fuel will be taken inside the combustion chamber. When this piston will move from TDC to BDC, then this crankshaft will rotate with 180 degrees, as you can see here. And at that position, when the suction will taken place, this inlet valve is open. See, when the piston was at TDC, inlet valve is in open position, as you can see here. At this point, inlet valve opens and the crankshaft will rotate with 180 degrees. And inlet valve will close when the piston will reaches to BDC. Again the piston, when the piston will move up or from this way from BDC to TDC, this fuel will be compressed. The fuel which is there in the combustion chamber, which will be compressed, and the crankshaft will rotate with 180 degrees as indicated here. Compression stroke. And then again the piston, see again what will happen at the end of compression stroke, when the piston will reach at TDC, then what will happen? See, either sparking will be taken place in case of petrol engines, or in case of diesel engines, fuel will be injected and this fuel will be burned or combustion will be taken place, and due to this combustion heat energy, this piston will be forced to move downward. When the piston will start moving downward, we can say this is expansion stroke, and the piston will reach to BDC. This can be called as expansion or power stroke. Again the piston will move up. As soon as the piston will move up, these gases will be escaped out in the atmosphere, exhaust gases. From here again the exhaust gases will be, you can say exhaust valve will open when the piston is at BDC here, and as soon as it will move up, the exhaust gases will be escaped out, and at that position exhaust valve will be closed, and again suction valve will be opened. So this is the theoretical valve timing diagram that is not at all will find in practical applications. So this is the valve, you have to compare this. Now we'll see this is the valve timing diagram in case of petrol engines. So you have to just observe this. So in theoretical wall timing diagram, we consider that the inlet valve opens or the fuel starts coming inside the combustion chamber exactly at TDC, when the piston is at TDC. But this is not the thing. You can see here, this is the actual condition. So this is 20 degrees. So inlet valve opens just before piston reaches to TDC, 20 degrees. For example, see, when the piston reaches to TDC, just before it, maybe a 20 degrees, inlet valve opens. So inlet valve does not opens at exactly at TDC position, just before TDC. Then the cycle will continue, the suction will be taken place. So according to theoretical cycle, it is considered as the inlet valve should be closed at this position. But inlet valve closes after 35 degrees when piston reaches to BDC, as you can see here. So basically it starts 20 degrees before and it ends or it closes 35 degrees before. So it is expected that inlet valve should be open for 180 degrees crank rotation, but we'll find 35 plus this 20, so 55 degrees more. So 180 degrees plus 55 degrees. For this duration, inlet valve is in opening position. So suction will be carried out during this process. Then the compression stroke will start. The piston, as soon as the piston will move up, the fuel will be compressed. And see here also, the sparking is taken place just before 35 degrees, just before piston reaches to TDC. In theoretical, we assume that sparking should be taken place at this point, but this is not the thing. To burn the fuel which is already taken in the combustion chamber completely, it is required to advance the spark, or it is required to take the sparking just before 35 degrees, and then only this spark will be spread all over the combustion chamber and the fuel will be burned. Otherwise it is not possible. If the fuel sparking will be taken place at this point, then when the piston will moving downward, then sparking will be taken place and will not get maximum power, or the maximum or proper combustion will not be taken place. See, then power stroke, when the fuel will be burned in this duration, and then this combustion will force the piston to move downward, and this can be called as power or expansion stroke. So in theoretical cycle, we consider when the piston reaches through this power stroke, when the piston reaches to BDC, exhaust valve should open. But to ensure proper escaping of all the exhaust gases out of or in the atmosphere, exhaust valve should be opened 35 degrees previous to the piston reaches to BDC, and then only it is able to escape out a maximum amount of exhaust gases in the atmosphere. Otherwise exhaust gases will be mixed with the suction or fuel, and this will definitely affect the power. Exhaust valve open just 35 degrees before, then exhaust stroke, piston will move up and it will reach TDC. So even it is reaches to TDC, the exhaust valve is still open when the piston starts moving BDC. So 10 degrees, for 10 degrees duration, exhaust valve, or after 10 degrees duration, exhaust valve closes. So now we have to observe these overlapping movements. You can see here, see at this point, see at this point in new cycle, inlet valve also opens. So inlet valve opens at this point and exhaust valve closes at this point. I mean, this is a duration, we can say 20 degrees plus 10 degrees, 30 degrees. This is for this 30 degree duration, both the valves are in opening position, means inlet valve is also open and exhaust valve is also open. See, this is really required in order to escaping out the proper exhaust gases. Otherwise the exhaust gases will be trapped inside the cylinder and this will affect the power. So this fuel, or you can consider here, this coming fuel will force the remaining exhaust gases out of this exhaust stroke, and this is possible when both the valves are in opening position. But still 100% exhaust gases are not escaped in the atmosphere. Still we will find in the combustion process few part of exhaust gases mixes with the fuel and that would be burned, or exhaust gases will not be burned, but this will having adverse effect on the power developed. So accordingly, this is the wall timing diagram for petrol engine or spark ignition engine. So now we'll discuss wall timing diagram for 4-stroke diesel engines. So now you have to observe the differentiating points. Here you can see inlet valve opens 25 degrees before TDC. As in case of petrol engine we have seen inlet valve opens 20 degrees before it reaches to TDC. So there will be a little bit different. If you observe the petrol engines of different speeds, then might be this 20 degrees might be reduced to the 15 degrees. So little bit variation would be there. So same processes will be done here also. Suction will be taken place. After 30 degrees, when the piston reaches to BDC, after 30 degrees inlet valve is closed. In case of petrol engine, it closes after 35 degrees. Then compression will start. Then fuel valve open, or the fuel injection will start just before 15 degrees. See, fuel valve opens just before 15 degrees to TDC, and here we have seen sparking will be taken place just before 35 degrees. For this, see, fuel valve will be opened during this process, or the fuel is injected during these degrees, 15 degrees and 25 degrees, means for 40 degrees fuel will be injected in the cylinder, and then combustion will be taken place in the same degrees, and if piston will be forced to move downward. Then the expansion stroke, same exhaust valve is open just before 45 degrees. In case of this petrol engine, it opens just before 35 degrees, and then again exhaust stroke will be carried out here also after exhaust valve closes after 15 degrees, when the piston will start moving from TDC to BDC. After 15 degrees exhaust valve closes. So this is really required in order to achieve the best combustion, or in order to achieve the best escaping of exhaust gases in the atmosphere. So as we have discussed, this ideal diagram or theoretical diagram, this is only considered as a basis, or from this diagram one can consider these types of combustion or these types of phases will be carried out. But in actually the processes in valve timing diagrams or opening and closing of valves will be done in this way in case of petrol engine, and in this way in case of diesel engines. So I hope you like this information and video. If you do have any questions, please write me in the comment box. I will try to answer all the questions. So we'll see in my next video. Bye bye.